In order to learn MED, multi-exit discriminator in BGP, as we discussed, we are going to take 4 routers, 1, 2, 3, which is actually enough, but you can also take one more. BGP. Right. So router 2 and router 1 is going to be the upstream ISP. Router 3 and router 4 is going to be the IBGP of the enterprises. Right. Next is subnets. Let's say we have a network 12.12.12.12/32. This is like a network from the internet, which is reachable via both R1 and R2. We can reach 12 via router 2 and router 1. So we are trying to simulate that. So I'm going to create the same network on both router 2 and router 1 loopback. Between router 3 and router 2, let's have a public network. Likewise, router 1 and 3, then within the autonomous system 20, which is customers, let's have private. So these are the interface names. Alright, let's take, for example, this is autonomous system 12, and this below one is autonomous system 300. Now and I want to take a network on loopback router 4.4.4.4, which I'll be advertising in BGP, and this we will use for testing. Can be /32. So this is the configuration that is going to be on router 4. I'm not going to run any IGP protocol. There's no need for it. I'll be using physical interface to form neighbor, so not necessary. And I want to advertise this loopback. This goes on router 4. Next is I would like to finish router 2 and 3, then I'll come. No, let's finish router 3, it's okay. So router 3 won't be advertising any network. There is an IBGP, same autonomous system, 300. This will be 4. And here it will be 3 G4/. Yeah, thank you. 5/0. Now 3/0 will be 23, 23, 23. And 4/0 will be 13, 13, 13. Actually speaking, there is no need for loopback. Well, it's okay, let it be there. Okay, sorry, I need to configure some EBGP neighbors. Now, neighbor 23.23.23.2 remote autonomous system is going to be 12. Neighbor 13.13.13.1 remote is 12. That's all. I'm not advertising any network from here, just neighborship. BGP neighbor has come with router 4. IBGP is ready. So I should be learning a network now. Show IP root BGP. Still not come. It will come. Show IP BGP. It will come. it will come. It will, when it shows us valid and best, it will send. Still it is under process. Now let us move on to router 2 configuration. On router 2's loopback we need to put this 12 and this is 23003 2. The other interfaces I have to remove. Neighbor is 23003. The local AS is 12. I don't need this. I don't need this. So 12 is one neighbor, and that will be S300. Network need to be advertised as 12 mask copy. I'm expecting neighbor and also I'm expecting route. Show IP route BGP. So it has come here. eBGP 20. So definitely it is there also in router 3. Earlier it was not there, but now it is there. We are also learning 12 from autonomous system 12. You see the path 12. Route that is learned from IBGP will have local preference. The one that is coming from eBGP will not have any local preference because that is not necessary. Let's finish R1 and then we'll start testing our MED. Same loopback interface with IP address, and now the physical interface is going to be 13 1, and then 13 3. That's it, same thing we advertise. This will go on router 1. Alright, so it's time to begin our testing. See, show IP BGP. Now if I'll go to router 3, router 3 is the main testing area. Right now, show IP route BGP. I have the route to reach 12 via router 1. It goes via router 1. Show IP. It prefers to go via router 1. That's the next stop. Router 2 is not a next stop. You can also trace route and see. No, you cannot trace route because here the next stop is not a reachable next stop. Let us make that as valid first. On router 3 we are going to say the neighbor router BGP 300, neighbor 10.34.34.4, which is an IBGP neighbor, next stop self. Clear IPBGP star soft. Now if you see, this is reachable next hop. Trace route 12.12.12.12 with the source of 4.4.4.4. See, it goes via router 1. It goes to router 3 and goes via router 1. If ISP do not like this, right now these customer packets are coming like this. ISP wants to use this as a backup, and this is the primary. What he can do is, he can set the MED here 10. How? Using route map. Go to router 1 and say IP access list or access list 10 permit any. Now you go to router BGP, route map. All destination. Match IP address access list 10. If the match happens, set MED metric 10. So now what I'll do is I'll say router BGP 12. Whenever you advertise to neighbor 13.13.13.3, use the route map whenever you send the update. That's why out. So it is going to set MED 10 and send it. Clear IP BGP star soft. Please understand, MED bigger is bad. MED bigger is bad. Now earlier when I was typing show IP BGP here, the MED was 0 for both router 1 and router 2. And it was going via router 1, but now here you will see 10. Show IP BGP. You see, MED is given 10. As a result, the path is switched to router 2. Now if you trace route from R4, earlier it was router 1, now it will go to router 2. So the MED will impact the other autonomous systems path if there is tie up to local preference. Sorry, not a local preference, AS path. After AS path only, when there is tie in AS path only, then it will check the MED. See, here there is a tie in AS path, same number of hops. If you go back to our previous class and see the sequence of attribute, you will see MED comes after AS path. It's very easy. Simple. I wrote a route map and said MED 10 there, and I said when you send the update out, attach MED and send it to this neighbor EBGP. It is working only between EBGP. MED works only between EBGP, not within the autonomous system. It's only between autonomous system. So this is so easy, no? The homework that I have given, wait, local preference, AS preference, it's much more easier. If you do that, you will complete the attribute. Then we can go to optional transitive attribute, which is called community. Let me also show you once for your knowledge. See, you can also set many things. I'm asking you to do these things. Wait, set wait, or set local preference, or I did MED. Likewise, there is also set prepend, set AS prepend, AS path prepend, and you can prepend the autonomous system many times. Right? When you do these things, attribute chapter gets over.